Good morning. This is Holly with Holly's Joys, and I'm going to do another reaction video to Jerry Weiss talking about being raised and becoming an adult who was raised by a narcissistic parent or in narcissistic abuse. Now, just before we get started, I'm not a professional in this area, so I'm not diagnosing anything. I'm just going by, I'm an adult. These are the things that I deal with. It's possible that my parents had some narcissism in there, especially my mother. She struggled with mental illness, and we were completely aware of that, just not details. Of course, it was a lot of years ago, and things were much different, and her getting help was not as accessible. Anyway, this particular video that Jerry Weiss did, and I'm going to refer to my notes. It's called The 9 Things I Wish I Knew 60 Years Ago. And if I were you, I would go watch it because it's really, really informative. And I got a lot out of it just listening and like examining my behavior and seeing how other people are. And I think it can foster some understanding. So, anyway, I'm going to talk about number 4 out of these 9 things, and it is your feelings are not always valid, and that you need to like search where the source is coming from before you determine if it's a valid feeling. So, I'm personally going through a bullying. I'm being bullied by somebody, which honestly, I just don't think it's appropriate to bully each other ever. But as adults, it's really not appropriate. We're all rational human beings, and you can speak to each other. Please speak to me as an adult, and not just name call and I don't know, threaten, name call, harass. And when you've approached somebody and they don't give you the response that you want, it is what it is. It's life. Get over it. Yeah. So, and I don't mean to be unkind about it. I mean, I've been going through this now for 6 months or so. It's a lot. Okay. I'm grown, and I don't want to put any emotional energy into it. But I feel like I need to talk about it because if I'm going through it, I have found that there are many other people that are going through it too. And I want you to know that you're not alone, that I see you. I want to know your story. You tell me your story because I found it difficult to tell my story. And here's why: not because I'm wrong in this situation, but because I don't want to hurt that woman. Like, I don't want bad things to happen to her. I don't want bad things to happen to her finances. I don't, I just, that's not, I don't want to. I don't want to. My spiritual beliefs are that we're all connected. And if I reach out and do bad things to someone else, that it's bad for everyone. And so I want to find a peaceable resolution. And I'm thinking that part of it is me looking at my feelings around this and really trying to decide, are my feelings valid? Are they coming from a valid place? And I think so often being raised in narcissism or mental illness or whatever by an authoritarian parent, which is definitely what I had, and I wasn't allowed a voice, and I wasn't allowed to have dreams and opinions and whatnot because my mom found it offensive. Like, if I dreamed out loud about something, she thought I was disrespecting the gift of life, I guess, that she gave me, or that their standard of living wasn't good. Our standard of living was great. I mean, my dad made an excellent living. It was a very good physical provider. Emotional, zero. The physical stuff, we always had food, we always had a roof. We never thought about like not having those things. And maybe I wasn't the most like appreciative. I don't know. I probably did take it for granted. I'm a kid, for heaven's sakes. So, but personally, I don't see anything wrong with children having dreams, with adults having dreams. You should have dreams for yourself. Go out in the world and express yourself how you see fit. And if somebody, I've rubbed on this woman somehow. I mean, I know details, but it's not about the details. because the details don't make any sense. So to me, I've rubbed on something deeper in her, and it was completely by accident. My heart was absolutely to bring joy and happiness to this lady, which I really don't even know her, but I mean, I do stuff for strangers a lot. I'm hoping that it's, I think people just want to be appreciated, and I don't know. I'm just puzzled by it. So, and my feelings, it's very hard for me to sort these feelings out because I don't really understand what's gone on here. And I've never been talked to as a person. I've not been it's not even about respect, but I don't know. I was accosted, verbally accosted, socially accosted. And now this person is calling for other people to do the same. And it's not okay. This is just not legitimate behavior for adults to be engaging in. And if you're doing that to somebody, you need to stop and like re-examine yourself, center yourself. Is this worth it? Are what you're putting out into the world, the energetic response that you're going to receive is going to be an equal portion. So you need to like think about that and just, is this really a fight you want to fight? And I don't want to fight. I don't. If I'm so horrible and I'm so wrong, then, there's legal recourse for said things. So stop bothering me. And if you're on the outside of something like that and a friend of yours is going through something like this, don't fan the flames. I mean, I know it's fun to watch people go nuts sometimes, but what you need to do is be a friend. Be a friend to the world and de-escalate things. Don't escalate them. When somebody says, "Oh, I don't like her." Well, okay, whatever. I just think we should, like, especially as adults. I'm an older woman. I'm mature in my age and hopefully my spirituality and my mental capacity most of the time. Not all the time. I get it. I get what she's doing. I totally do. And but I don't think it's appropriate at our age because she's my age too. So it's really not appropriate behavior. And I just want to call out and say, if your friend is having a struggle, you need to help them find peace, not anger. Help them find love, not disruption and destruction. And that is how you give back to the world in a way that's positive. And then you have, I don't know, for lack of a better word, good karma. So I had a thought the other morning when I was in my morning meditations and prayers. I was thinking about the word expectation. And I think that people have expectations that when they're unmet, it's almost too much for them. Well, we need to realize that expectations are in your control. And I don't know what to expect from this. I never expected any of this because it's really disproportionate to what's gone on, in my opinion, apparently, not in hers. But anyway, I called it the destruction of expectation. So if I have a heavy expectation that something's going to take place in a certain way and it doesn't, and then I get mad and I throw an adult tantrum, that isn't going to help. And the bigger the tantrum, the more I'm not going to move. Because if I don't really even know what's expected of me to do. But if I do anything towards reconciliation at this point, it looks like I'm putting a seal of approval on this kind of approach to me. And I don't want somebody to name call me. Let's be respectful and loving to each other. We don't have to agree. We do. As a matter of fact, that's where the beauty in life is, when we disagree. But let's disagree within civil discourse, okay? Can we be civil with each other? And Also, don't bring in a bunch of outsiders like this is some kind of mafioso. I mean, and those of you who they're trying to bring into it, please use your common sense. And when things don't make sense, then you're probably right. There's something not being said here, because the things that I know that are being said were completely skewed and untrue. So just use your common sense. Try to keep your expectations zero. I mean, that's my goal. Zero expectations. I'm going into the day thinking, okay, let's go. Let's find some creative, fun things to do. So my day will hopefully go better than if I go in all sour and mad and angry and spewing hatred and trying to group in a whole pile of minions to help me do it. So anyway, that's just my food for thought today. And I hope you have a great day. I want everyone to have a great day. And forgive. I forgive you. And you know who you are, and I forgive you. I forgive me for accidentally rubbing on whatever has caused this. And try to go and forgive today. Also, please like, share, subscribe, do all the things, push all the buttons. And I'm on Patio Pet on Facebook. If you want to see all the work I've done there, there's art pieces that I do sitting around the house. And they're kind of fun and cute. So I do believe creativity is key into living a peaceful life. At least it is for me. And we'll see you next time. Bye.